every single one of us have to wake up and speak up. We have to open up our eyes to reality. We have to open up our eyes and face reality. Don't be distracted. Don't be distracted. If these people want to stop the insecurity, they should forget about the blackmail. Stop the blackmail. They are black. Stop the useless blackmail and face reality. The politicians should face reality. If they really want to stop the insecurity in Biafra land, they should face reality. The government should face reality. Stop sending the DSS to commit mayhem in Biafra land and you turn around and begin to accuse innocent Biafrans. Sometimes they will tell you that people are speaking Igbo. Who told you that there are people military men, members of DSS from North, majority of them, even their military, they can speak Igbo more than you. Don't forget that the police and the army are people who are traveling from one camp to the other. Some of them have served in so many places. Some of them have served in so many barracks in the Biafra land. Some of them have spent years in Biafra land. Some speak Biafra, they speak the language more than you. And they can use anybody they want to use. And even the ones that are aggrieved, I can believe that there are some people who are aggrieved. There are some group that are aggrieved. They are aggrieved about the situation. What causes their grief? Their grief is caused by the federal government of Nigeria, who have destroyed their property. Some of them destroyed their family. Some of them, their livelihood have been destroyed, burned down their home, burned down their business, and killed their families. After you must have done this for against somebody, taking the means of livelihood of somebody, then you will come and you begin to parade on that place and you expect the person to fold his hand and begin to watch you. These are another group of monsters that the Caliphate have created. So, if these very politicians want to stop the insecurity in Biafra land, what they have to do, first of all, pull out the terrorists that they have sent to the Biafra land. It is them that invited the terrorists. The politicians in Biafra land invited terrorists in uniform to come and destabilize Biafra land. And they have taken a lot of innocent life. They have wasted a lot of blood. They have rendered some people useless. And so many people are aggrieved. And some of them have picked up arms on their own. These are not members of IPOB. These are not members of ESN. These are people fighting for their life, defending themselves. So, if you are genuine with a talk, you go and talk to them. Find out all those houses that we have been seeing online, all those houses where we see that have been burnt. We have seen businesses that have been destroyed. We saw so many times where houses have been burnt, families killed. The governor should visit all those places. All those politicians should go and begin to visit. Begin to visit every family that have lost somebody in the hand of the military. Begin to visit them and pay compensation. Begin to speak to them. Begin to speak to every family that have their home have been destroyed, their business have been destroyed. Begin to speak to them. That is how to go for a genuine discussion. That is why I tell you, if they want to stop the insecurity in Biafra land, it is the politicians that say that I will stop it because they created it. The federal government of Nigeria and their politicians created the insecurity in Biafra land. So don't waste your time looking on IPOB, those one Nigerians who are busy looking for whom to blame. Even when people who are genuinely working, people who are their security officers have come to confess and say that IPOB is not responsible. Yet they are not satisfied. They are not satisfied. They are not. They are not satisfied. Some of them will be giving you excuse of language that the people speak Igbo. And so what? As I'm talking to you here, I can speak Hausa very well. I speak Hausa very well. I understand the Hausa language. There are so many other people who are not Igbos who speak Igbo. There are Igbos that speak Yoruba more than a Yoruba person. Some of the allies you see, some of them who claim allies, some of them are Igbos from other tribes. Some are from Delta State. Some are Idos. So you don't judge people by language. You don't determine who does something by the language they speak. People can pick up any language and pick up any name and do what they want to do. But if you are sincere, if the government is genuine and sincere, wants to stop the insecurity in Biafra, and they know what to do. You begin to talk to people whom you have, the group you have created. First of all, remove the military from Biafra land. Dissolve your political or non-government, your political rivalries. Dissolve it. And some people, sometimes you see their media peddling lies and say it is since the agitation, because of the sit at home and agitation. It is not because of sit at home and agitation that you are seeing what you are seeing. There has been political killing from inception of Nigeria. It didn't start today. Every time there is going to be a policy, every time that we are drawing close to a politicking time, every time politics is drawing close, you will see killing, you will see ritual killing, you will see murder, you see rivalries, you will see political killings everywhere. It didn't start today. It started even before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came on board with agitation. There has been killing during political period. So, but today you see them begin to paint it as if even when the sit at home is the most peaceful means of civil disobedience. Most peaceful means. People on their own, genuinely sitting at their home. How is somebody who is sitting at home going to come and kill you? How? How is somebody sitting in his own home going to attack you? How is somebody sitting in his own home affecting you? If you feel you don't want to participate, go ahead and begin to do what you're doing. Why are you forcing people out? Why? Nobody, no Biafra, no indigenous person, no ESN is enforcing any sit at home. ESN is not enforcing any sit at home. The people that are enforcing it to demonize ESN is the politicians, their own unknown government that have brought. And sometimes when you talk about unknown government, I don't know why it is difficult for people to identify who they are. Unknown government, just like as that man have explained yesterday, how can you be calling unknown? These are people who live within the society. You saw them operating broad daylight. You saw them operating broad daylight. In Hilos, in that Hilos you see, does it look like a cheap Hilos from somewhere? These are people who are being sponsored by politicians. And this language of unknown, we have heard about the unknown soldier. Unknown soldier operation have been going on from immemorial in Nigeria. They brought that language, unknown. It was unknown soldiers that killed Fela's mother. Unknown soldier. Kudirat. They killed Kudirat. Unknown. Even the recent one, the NSAS, unknown soldiers. Did you see them catch anybody? Initially, they denied that in the NSAS, they said that they didn't send any soldier. No soldier went there. Later, when the whole thing came out and videos came out, and they begin to say that they are known. Today, they are unknown soldiers till today. We have had a lot of killings that have everything. There was an unknown soldier. Unknown soldier did this. Unknown soldier did that. We have had the operation of unknown police. The people that went to the home of Nnamdi Kanu to mold down people and destroy life. Unknown soldiers. Unidentified. Even when we saw them on video, everybody saw them when we are operating. The people that went to Sunday Igboho's house, the same thing, unknown soldiers. So when we are talking about unknown, the DSS know what about it. They know very well. And how can you tell me, with the way Biafra land is being militarized, the kind of military you have in Biafra land, you don't have it in any other part of Nigeria? The kind of military you have in Biafra land, the kind of military invasion in Biafra land, you do not see it in the north, where the terrorist is in charge today. In the north. You know, when we were talking about terrorists being in charge all this while, they thought it was a joke. But yesterday, I showed you the video, you saw it. Confirmed that terrorist is somebody in the north is confirming it, that even the people have already accepted it. Their faith. You don't have that kind of military you have in Biafra land. But with the whole kind of militarization, you have in the southeast, yet unknown gunmen will be operating broad daylight, taking the life of innocent people, and nobody is asking questions. You are busy blaming ESN that you know that their terrorist government is chasing around every minute. ESN that you know that their terrorist government, the terrorist military, is following them in the bushes, going to camps and pushing them all around. Then you think that ESN will have that time to come to the town and begin to go and assassinate people. You think that ESN will have that time? With all your, that means if such can happen, that means Nigerian security is doing nothing. They are not there. They're nowhere. They are not supposed to be called the security. They are not supposed to be called the security. But all this is playing out to show you who the real enemy is. That is why I tell you, everything that is happening for a reason. Everything, Chukwu Okike Abiyama is in charge of the struggle. And as I tell you, even if we, the Biafrans, refuse to fight for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, when the appointed time comes, Chukwu Okike Abiyama will release him and he will bring him to us. If we refuse to fight for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Chukwu Okike Abịama by himself, we bring him out. At the appointed time, they can postpone the case for all I care. It doesn't touch me. But I know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to be out. As for those who are busy gossiping and talking trash, speaking from both sides of their mouth, there's no need to talk about them, because the more you are talking about them, you're equally promoting them. Our concern is to encourage our people to stand firm. Anytime you hear sit at home, sit at home. It is the right thing to do. To encourage our brothers and sisters, stay away from trouble. Politics is not going to give us any freedom. Politics, if they give us Igbo presidency today, we are going to suffer much more than we have ever suffered. That is going to be the greatest mistake anybody is going to make. The greatest mistake anybody is going to make is to go and pick up that leadership in the name of Igbo presidency. You will fail. You will fail more than Buhari has done. You will fail. Because number one, they are going to make sure that you never succeed. It doesn't matter the kind of brain you have. That is why when I see Peter Obi gallivanting up and down, he doesn't know what he's going into. As long as you are still going to run that constitution they are holding, as long as you are going to run that constitution, which they are ready to protect with their blood, they are ready to fight war instead of them leaving that constitution. They are ready to fight war instead of them leaving that constitution. What does that tell you? That tells you that the only solution is what? A breakup. It is only sensible people who are genuine and sensible, that are asking for breakup. And asking for breakup is not out of it is out of love. It is out of love. It is because of love. Out of love. That is why we are asking for breakup. Out of love. So that every region will grow at their own speed. Every region will grow at their own speed. Let me tell you, there is nothing wrong for having an Islamic state. There is nothing absolutely wrong. Nothing wrong in having an Islamic state if people decide to have such state. That is why referendum is very important. We are not saying that having an Islamic state is wrong, but you don't force people who don't belong to that very ideology to be among you. Already, the contraption have already separated itself. The natural separation is already there. The natural demarcation is already there. That there are people who are very comfortable with that Islamic state. Why don't you allow them peacefully go their own way? Then those who want to practice the secular system also build their secular life. That is the only thing we are asking for. We are not asking for any war, not asking for. That is the only thing we are asking for. A genuine separation, That doesn't mean that when we talk about this breakup, it doesn't mean that we cannot communicate. We can communicate. We can still have a bilateral relationship. We can do business together. We can still intermarry if we choose to. We can still intermarry. We can still intermarry. We can do business together. There are so many things we can still do together. So many things. But first of all, allow people to know their boundaries and territory. As it stands now, even the people who are claiming to be one Nigeria don't know the boundary of Nigeria. As it stands now, the people who are claiming to be one Nigeria, they don't know the boundary of Nigeria. That's still called Nigeria. They don't know the boundary. Because the whole borders in the north are open. Today, there are Chadians who are claiming to Nigeria. There are Mauritanians who are claiming to be Nigeria, who are having Nigerian national ID card. Niger people having Nigerian national ID card. Chad people from Chad having Nigerian national ID card. There is no more border. That was why they even you see why it is so painful that our politicians in the south are so dumb and blind and wicked. But in the north, they don't hide it. In the north, the late Mohammadu Buhari did not even hide it. That was why he even built a railway all the way from Abuja to Maradi in Niger Republic. A railway from Abuja to Maradi. And the person that he used to build it was somebody from the south, from Biafra land. A railway from Abuja to Maradi. Tell me of what economic importance is that railway from Abuja to Maradi? The only thing that we export from Maradi to Abuja is terrorism. The only thing that you got from Niger to Nigeria is terrorism, nothing more. Poverty and terrorism, that's what you see. I have gone to Niger border. I have traveled to some places in Niger. I have been able to visit some places in Niger. I have traveled to Niger. I've passed through Niger. And I see the kind of people there, the kind of life that is there. There is no economic importance of Niger to Nigeria. They don't have anything to offer us except bringing beggars and bringing infiltrators, bringing Almanjiri, bringing in terrorists. But Buhari did not shy away to create a railway up to Maradi. But the economic hub of the contraction called Nigeria, which is the southeastern part of Nigeria, the economic hub where the people who are genuinely doing their businesses are, there is no railway running to that direction. We have been talking about the seaport. No seaport. No international airport. No international airport in Biafra land. We have plane can take off all the way from abroad and land. Every international flight you are seeing in Biafra, they tell you about Enugu and Port Harcourt. They will transit from Lagos. Either they transit Lagos or they transit Abuja. They don't land directly. And that is the situation. Why must we be a second-class citizen in our own nation? We have talked gently. They refuse to listen. We ask them gently. They refuse to listen. At the stage, we have nobody to speak for us anymore. Nobody can make our case for us. Even the lawmakers who claim to be representing us are representing themselves, representing their pockets. Even when a tangible and meaningful discussion will be made, you will not see any of that very, what do they call them, lawmakers present. Lawmakers that are supposed to represent us, anytime you see them, there will be absence. When a critical issue is being discussed, every one of them will be absent. They will not be there to give a discussion. This is the situation we find ourselves. And how long shall we continue on that path? How long? How long shall we continue on that path? How long shall we continue on that path? The time has come when every single one of us has to stand up and speak up. Biafra is much more closer today than it was yesterday. And Biafra is much more clearer today than it was yesterday. Yesterday, we are seeing a lot of people coming out to call themselves Biafra agitators, mazi Nnamdi Kanu followers, Biafra. But today, every day and day and day, in Biafra, the weed is being separated from the chaff. The weed is being filtered away from the chaff on daily basis. And it has not finished. If you think it has finished, it has not yet finished. There is still going to be more filterization. The separation is happening and it will continue. It has not ended. If you think that we have come to the end, it has not come to the end. More people are going to be filtered out so that the light of Biafra will shine louder. It is shining. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Already you can see the glimpse of the light. Biafra is much more clearer today than it was yesterday. Today you can know those who are sincerely fighting for Biafra than before. It's much more clearer. There have been a lot of confusion in the past, but today it is much more clearer than it was yesterday. And so it will continue to be. That is why Chukwu Okike Abiyama is the main autopilot we are talking about. Chukwu Okike Abiyama is the main autopilot. He is changing things before you can sleep and wake up and you see a different story. That is why nothing surprises me. I'm not surprised. When I wake up today and hear that this person did this and this is what, I am not surprised. You can sleep today and wake up and you hear a different story. Chukwu Okike Abiyama is in charge. And when Chukwu Okike Abiyama is in charge, he doesn't take permission from anybody. That which is right, that which will give us Biafra, is what he will continue to push on. Because the time is drawing close. The time is drawing close. The road is being cleared for mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come and raise the flag. And he must definitely raise the flag. It doesn't matter your blackmail. It doesn't matter your propaganda. It doesn't matter you like him, you hate him, you push all manner of agenda. It cannot stand. The truth remains. And the truth will always shine. You cannot bring it down. You can't bring the truth down. You cannot destroy the truth. The only thing you can destroy is lie. Even the liars destroy themselves. Liars destroy themselves because when they continue to tell the lie and tell the lie, they will need more other lie to back up their lie. At the end of the day, they will open up themselves that they are lying. They open up themselves. That is why I tell Biafrans, I continue to remind you that when you go to any platform, do not follow them because they are playing the video of mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do not listen because you saw them using the picture of mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do not see them because you see them talking about mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You have to follow a platform that supports Biafra and believes in Biafra. A platform that support Biafra, believe in Biafra, and believe in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You cannot love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and hate Biafra. That is a no-no. That is a red flag. You can't love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and hate Biafra. It is a red flag. It's a no-no. When you see such platform, run for your life. Don't comment. Don't fight them. Just walk away. Don't share their videos. And you go to a platform again, you see a platform that is busy demonizing a particular set of tribe, demonizing a particular tribe, either the Igbos, the Efik, the Ijo, the Ishakiri, the Edo people. You see a platform, they are just busy demonizing a tribe. These are paid agents of the Caliphate. Some of them might be playing that role. They might not even be paid, but the spirit of the Caliphate have possessed them, and they are playing the role of the Caliphate unknowingly. Because the Caliphate's major step is to make sure they create division. That's their major way, to create divide and rule. That is their major, to make sure that we don't unite. That is their major attack. That's their strongest weapon, to make sure they create division. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was able to break them into pieces because he united all the Biafran people. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu didn't stop at Biafra. He extended hand to Oduduwa. He was dragging Oduduwa to come out, and Oduduwa woke up. Oduduwa woke up in full force, and they began to join Biafra. That was when the Caliphate knew that the end has come. They couldn't hold it anymore. They began to chase him, and they went to kidnap him from Kenya. So when you see a platform today preaching that hate, preaching against our Oduduwa brothers, preaching against any tribe, mainly Biafran tribe, you're preaching against them, you are not for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's a red flag. Don't be there. Don't listen. Don't fight. Just walk away. Don't share. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is for love and unity. The only thing he's asking for is for freedom, self-determination for every indigenous tribe. The freedom of Biafra that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is asking for, it is going to be very infectious freedom that when it comes, it will affect every other indigenous tribe. When the freedom of Biafra comes, it will affect including the Hausas. They will be free by force. That is why you are seeing it being so tough. The freedom is not just about Biafra. If it were to be about Biafra, it will be much more easy. But that freedom is going to lose many people who are bound together. It is going to lose up many tribes, many indigenous people that are being chained together. The freedom is going to lose them. That is why it's so tough to come by. It's not an easy task. If it were just to be for Biafra, we would have gone long ago. But the freedom is going to be very infectious. That is why the British are afraid of it. The Western world are afraid of it. The Caliphate don't want to hear it. Because they know that the freedom of Biafra is going to be the beginning of the end. The freedom of every indigenous tribe. They will lose their stronghold. They know. That is why they can't hold it anymore. That is why they can't hold it. You see them, they struggling. They can't keep quiet. They couldn't hold it. Against international law, they know that kidnapping is against international law. They know that the extraordinary rendition is against international law. They couldn't bear it. They went ahead to go and kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in connivance with Kenya and brought him to Nigeria through extraordinary rendition. Today, they are keeping him under lock and key. But because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is on a divine mission, it doesn't matter how long you hold him. It doesn't matter what you want to do. Chukwu Okadiwa say, touch not his life. Touch not his life. You can do anything you want to do, but his life, you must not touch. You have no power over his life. You have no right over his life. He must accomplish his assignment. When the time comes, Chukwu Okadiwa by himself will raise him up. And things will begin to happen. So don't lose focus. Each time I wake up and see new news, I become happy. Because I know Biafra is closer. Biafra is much more closer than it is yesterday. And as those of them who call themselves one Nigerianists, who are still hoping that one way they are going to do miracle to get a Nigerian, that they dreamers, let them keep dreaming. Their dream is going to shatter very soon. So just some few months. Just some few months, you see their dream will come to an end. Then they will see what will be their fate. Just some few months, just wait and see what is going to happen. The coming of Biafra Biafra is likely going to come without a fire of a shot. Biafra is going to, when Biafra is going to come, the way, the speed Biafra is coming, don't be surprised that those of us whom they are accusing, calling us names, those of us, ESN that you are calling, a time will come when these people today who are pretending to be one Nigerians will be the ones in the war front to fight. They will be the ones to pick up the fight. They will begin to fight much more aggressive than we are doing. Very, very soon, the spirit of Chukwu Abiyama is going to possess them. Every single one of them, very soon, it will be on autopilot. You will see them. You will see them. You see Chukwu Abiyama removing all of them. They will begin to fight aggressively more than we have ever done. We are watching and we are waiting. It is going to happen. It is definitely going to happen. Because the way Chukwu Abiyama is filtering everything, mainly in the struggle, those who claim to be in the struggle, the kind of way Chukwu Abiyama is sanitizing it, trying to take away every weaknesses and all those people who are not genuine, taking them away. After taking them out, the next force that is going to come in, it is going to be marvelous. Biafra is much more closer than it is yesterday. If you don't know that, please know that and begin to learn your Biafra national anthem if you don't know how to sing about it. Prepare yourself. Begin to prepare yourself. Begin to prepare and be bold and proud to be who you are. Whatever tribe you are in Biafra land, be bold to represent yourself with your tribe and your name. Be bold to represent yourself. As I am now, I'm an Igbo Biafra. When you see the way I appear with my cap, you know I'm an Igbo Biafra. If you are Igbo Biafra, represent yourself as an Igbo Biafra. We have a common goal to restore Biafra. And Biafra is that chain that holds us together. One blood is flowing in a vein. We are from one ancestral parents, looking for one thing, freedom. Biafra comprises of many nations. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have preached it time and time again, that Biafra comprises of many nations. And he said that in Biafra land, there is no minority. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it, no minority in Biafra land. Some people don't understand it. No minority. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said no minority in Biafra land, because we are one family, one people from one source, no minority. But when Biafra comes, because of the different tongues and different locations, if you want to have your own nation, you can have your nation. Bear a name you want to bear, answer what you want to answer, pass it what you want to answer in your own nation. The chain that holds us together is Biafra. But inside that Biafra as a country, there are so many other nations that are going to spring up. And every of those nations must be respected. Every of those nations must be allowed to flourish. Every other nation must be allowed to control their resources. Even if they are two people, they will be allowed to control their resources. Biafra is not a country that's going to hold people down. Biafra is not a country to dominate anybody. Every single person in Biafra land will be on their own. If you are two in your nation, you remain your two in your nation. Nobody is dominating anybody. Nobody is dominating. Even with the lie that the Caliphate is preaching, some of us don't make inquiry. The fear, the fear that some of the Biafrans are having against the Igbo Biafrans today, the fear they are having is a fear that doesn't even have cold water. They don't have anything to support it. They don't have anything to support it. You are being afraid for nothing. Some of them who are afraid of their own brothers, they have no reason to be afraid. It is just a lie that was being preached. The people you are afraid of that they're going to dominate you, you have not seen them dominated anybody in history. There has never been any history anywhere where they dominated a land. There have never been any history where they fought any battle and dominated people and take people over. Even when they had have the population. Even when they have the population, there is no record of history where they took over people by force. Where they forced people to follow them by force. It has not happened. There's no history of conquering anybody and taking them for war. It's not there. Biafran people are people who are fighting genuinely to grow. Genuine Biafrans are struggling, working hard to develop themselves. Having a healthy competition. That is what Biafran do. They have healthy competition. And it is that individual healthy competition that we are having that we want them to leave us so that we can compete with the world. We want to compete with the world powers. Not with African nations, not with the Janjaweed. We want to compete with the world powers. We stood against them in the Civil War. 3 good years fighting against the world powers. 3 good years fighting against US, UK, Russia. 3 good years. They were not able to wipe us out. And all of a sudden it ended, no victor, no vanquish. And within that 3 good years, every single weapon we use, every ammunition we use, we produce by ourselves with little or no knowledge. Few people who were educated during that very time were able to make production. Our engineers, scientists were at work, and they produce so many things. They produce so many things, and the whole world is aware. That is why they are afraid. They don't want Biafra to strike. These are things that is pointing to you that show that these people don't want us to survive. They don't want us to exist. They do not want us to exist. If Nigeria was a sincere nation, if the purpose of the one Nigeria is sincere, the effort that we put in during the Civil War, everything that we had manufactured during the Civil War are supposed to be in the market today. After more than 50 years, those things are supposed to be in market, produced in large scale. With the kind of effort we made, if Nigeria were genuine, if these people, if the Fulani Caliphate were genuine, responsible people, every production we made, the kind of development, the kind of nuclear ideas that we had during the Civil War, today, Nigeria using Biafra will be selling ammunition to other nations, not going to beg US to sell for you or beg UK to supply you. We are supposed to be supplying people. After 50 good years, nothing was built on top of that very development. Nothing was added to it. I saw one video where the man that built the fastest computer, Emma Agwali. Some of you must have seen the video that Emma Agwali made. I think Emma Agwali or somebody. A Biafran who was during the Biafran War, who was a Biafran child soldier, a Biafran side soldier during the Civil War. Today, he is the person that produced the fastest computer. The fastest computer in the United States. That was where he went and developed himself. A Biafran, a child soldier during Biafran War, produced the fastest computer in the world today. A child soldier during Biafran War. Every other scientist we have within that time with all their experience, they dumped them, they killed, allowed them to die. They allowed them to die, allow all their good work and every other effort to continue to press them and suppress them and make sure that nothing rises up. And today, even ordinary toothpick, they cannot produce. Ordinary toothpick, the contraption called Nigeria cannot produce. Toothpick, they couldn't produce. Every single thing they use, they are importing. Including the oil. This very oil they are talking about, refining oil today, refining oil becomes a big deal. During the Civil War, Biafrans were refining the oil they were using by themselves. They were refining their own oil by themselves locally. They were refining the oil. They were refining the whole petroleum that they were using within themselves. After 50 years, after the Civil War, with all the technology without their brain, today, their so-called one Nigeria is still standstill and will never ever move. It will never ever move. The earlier you allow Biafrans to go, the better, so that every other person will be free and grow at their speed. The earlier you allow Biafrans to go and grow and go and compete with the world, the better for you. It is not out of any jealousy or hatred, no. It is out of love. We are saying what we are saying out of love. Even if you are very dear at our closing, but if we progress and succeed, we can help you. We can give you loans as you are very good in borrowing. We can borrow you as much as you want. We can produce and even dash you out as much. You heard Nnamdi Kanu say that he's going to be supplying oil. Oil will be given to people free of charge. If oil is your problem, we will be giving you free of charge. If you want to drink it, you want to do it with it. But allow Biafrans to go. We must continue. Every Biafran, do not give up your stance. We are fighting a genuine cause. We are not calling for the death of anybody. We are not beheading anybody. Neither are we instigating any war. We are not. The only thing that Biafran people are doing is to defend themselves. Whenever you come to take the life of a Biafran, we wouldn't tell the Biafrans to keep quiet and watch people smoke away their life. Because already we know that the Caliphate have taken over. Their Fulanis have surrounded Biafra land. They are there. You saw some of them being given ID card, military ID card. Some of them are using military ID card. These are the unknown government you are talking about. Fulani is using military ID card in Biafra land as residential ID card issued by military in Biafra land. Fulani is using ID card issued by military in our own land. That is what is happening. And when they come after us to take our life, you think we'll fold our heart and watch. No. Self-defense is not a crime. Self-defense is supported by international law. Self-defense is supported by African law. Self-defense is supported by Nigerian law itself. You saw the Minister of Defense even telling people to defend themselves. The Minister of Defense in Nigeria was caught on video. I'm going to play the video for you tomorrow. A reminder. Tomorrow I'm going to play a lot of reminders for you. I'm going to make a collection of videos I'm going to play tomorrow, so that each one I say, I will play it so that you can hear. Because sometimes when we are saying all this and people think we are just making it up. Tomorrow I'm going to get collection of videos and play for you on my program tomorrow. Same time. So if you're there, just try and join tomorrow. Try and key in tomorrow. I'm going to send an alert tomorrow so that people can key in. I'm going to play a lot of videos to remind you of what they have said in the past. So when we are calling for self-defense, it is not something that is extraordinary. It is a legitimate call when you are calling people to defend themselves. And when you are defending yourself, you are going to defend yourself with equal measure that the person is coming with. You are defending yourself with some equal. Somebody cannot be coming to kill you with AK-47 and you carry cutlass. That is it. You are equally going for suicide mission. Somebody cannot come to take your life with AK-47 and you'll be going to meet him with a cutlass. It's a suicide mission. If somebody come with a cutlass, go with a cutlass. Come with a gun, go with a gun. If somebody come with AK-47, go with equal measure. That is how to defend yourself. That is the sincere way to defend yourself. So when you see them peddling their lies, bringing their propaganda to dash our morale down, to say that we are not instigating any violence. None of us is instigating violence. The people that are instigating the violence is the Nigerian military, the Nigerian government with their politicians. Because if they want the insecurity in the Southeast to stop, within 1 week, it's going to stop. If the politicians genuinely want to stop the insecurity in the Southeast, it will stop instantly without fighting a shot. First of all, pull the military out. Pull back your paid agents, your unknown gunmen, the police unknown gunmen, the military unknown gunmen, the DSS unknown gunmen, and the political unknown gunmen. Pull them back. Then go and visit everybody that their home have been burnt, their business have been burnt, all those people that their family members have been killed illegally. Release the members of IPOB that are being held illegally in detention. Do it within 1 week. The whole place is going to calm down. You don't fire any shot. But if you choose to do otherwise, well, let's watch and see. But as for Biafra, Biafra will definitely come. You cannot frighten us and make us chicken out of the fight. We cannot chicken out. We continue to say and speak up and encourage our brothers and sisters, mainly those in Biafra land. I pray for them every day. May Chukwu guide and protect every Biafran in Biafra land who are paying the ultimate price for all of us. Every Biafran brother and sister who are taking the risk against all odds, against all intimidation, they are still standing their ground. May Chukwu continue to guide and prosper every Biafran in Biafra land. Every Biafran in Biafra land, it doesn't matter your location, it doesn't matter your religion. I pray that Chukwu, as long as you are genuinely fighting for Biafra, as long as you are genuinely standing for Biafra, any contribution you make to Biafra, anything you lost because of Biafra, you are going to regain it in million folds. If you sit at home on Monday, every business you have missed on Monday, on Tuesday, you are going to sell double. You are going to get double of that business. Whatever thing you have lost because of Biafra, and you are genuinely fighting for Biafra, unless you are not genuine. If you are genuinely fighting for Biafra, sitting at home on your own, not being forced, sitting at home on your own, not being forced, every Monday, whatever you lose on that Monday, on the next day, you are going to get double of it. You are going to get double. And Chukwu will continue to guide you. You will never lose your life. As long as you continue to listen to the right people and follow instructions, you will never lose your life. You will never lose your life. No weapon, form, or fashion against any Biafra and Biafra land shall prosper. We will all walk into Biafra alive. Every single one of us will celebrate in Biafra land, and the time is drawing very close. Do not relent in your effort. Don't be distracted. Don't be distracted. Biafra is much more closer today than it was yesterday. I pray that Chukwu Abiyama will continue to guide and protect every one of us. May Chukwu guide and protect every hand that has shared this video. Every hand that has shared this video, Chukwu guide will continue to guide and protect you. Every hand that has shared the video, you will see Biafra and you witness Biafra, you will celebrate a Biafra land. It doesn't matter your location, it doesn't matter where you're coming from, it doesn't matter where, if you're from Oduduwa land, you will see Oduduwa and you witness Oduduwa come before your own very eyes and you celebrate. Any place you are, you share this video and you are genuinely fighting for freedom, you will definitely see freedom and you will experience freedom in your lifetime. No weapon formed or fashioned against you shall prosper. May Chukwu guide and protect our Nnamdi Kanu. Secure him, be with him, guide and protect him wherever he is, and very soon bring him back to us so that we can continue from where we have stopped. Bring him to us very soon so that he can raise up the flag of Biafra. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. They will kill us. We will kill them. But at the end of the day, Biafra is already here. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are watching from. I appreciate you. Before tomorrow, please join me tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to play some other videos to confirm some of this that I've said today. I'm going to use videos to back up everything that I've said today by the special grace of Chukwu Okike. Thank you so much for joining, and remember, see you tomorrow by the grace of Chukwu Okike. Thank you.
Are yet to wake up from your slumber or your sleep and get the point that we are exiting Nigeria. Exiting Nigeria is not going to come from the platter of golden plate. You have to sacrifice for it. And we are ready to sacrifice everything, including you, if you come and stand on the way of freedom. So you need to know how serious we are. We are damn serious. Some of you are not getting it. You think we are here to build political movement? We are here for freedom. Freedom comes with price. Okay? The only thing you can do is to comment on social media. Don't ever stand on the way of Biafra freedom. We crush you.
Their interest is suppressed. Biafra is the key. Once they can hold Biafra down, they can hold all of Africa down. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals, they are saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You have to go everywhere. We must continue.